Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Behind the Mat with Wrestling Podcast. It's Tyler Black, aka East Black, and I'm joined by Brian Aaron Page and CCW superstar Cole Bohannon.
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
What is up? What is going on? So, Cole, let's. I did watch some of your matches in CCW.
Sure. What's going on, guys?
So,
What's going on?
what is up? So, let's tell the crowd what got you started in wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, can you guys see and hear me okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. My computer's acting a fool right now for some reason. So, well, I started wrestling, about a couple years ago. I decided to get into it and get into pro wrestling. I started mainly because of my love for the business. The business did a lot for me, so I wanted to do something to give back to it. It was a dream of mine, and it just got to a point in my life where I felt like better late than never. Best to get into it now and start living that dream and being a fan of professional wrestling since, again, being a child and being 31 now. I've figured it's time to make that leap, and I'm definitely glad I did.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm 30 years old, so yeah, we're in the same age range. So I'm 30.
I'm 42. I got 11 years on you.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I was a fan of wrestling when I was like
Harrison, he was in Strike Force. And
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, Bellator. It used to be Strike Force used to be before Bellator.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just did it for something to say. I can say I did it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Cole, what do you think's been your favorite match so far in CCW?
I think every match that I have ends up being my favorite, with the one after another. Whatever my newest match ends up being my favorite because I evolve as a person. My skill set evolves. Right now, probably one of my favorite matches is a couple of them that I've had with my own cousin, who's a 20-year veteran, Blaine Rage. That would probably be my favorite. We had a hell of a show last August. And that was a blast. I work a guy named Mike Anthony quite a lot. We don't see eye to eye, so we put on some great matches. We put on a hell of a show. We just had a tournament for a Collect the Bounty Championship where he and I faced off, and he caught me off guard and he got over on me. I'll give him that, but it won't be the last time he sees me. So yeah, I would have to say my matches with my cousin Blaine Rage are probably my favorite because whenever you add blood to a feud, it adds a little bit more.
Nice. And watching some of your promos, Cole, they are epic promos. I'm not gonna lie. Your promos set, it's probably that. It's great.
I appreciate it. I like I kind of hang my hat on my ability to speak.
It reminds me of Sami Callihan, like the talk. That's what it reminds me of. Sami Callihan and Impact.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm a big fan of Sammy's. Sammy's one of my inspirations. I like his style. I like his attitude. Sami Callihan's a guy that I look up to. He does a lot at a size where he's not a really big guy, but he's still able to get the job done.
Nice. I know Sammy's been out with injury. Yeah, good wrestler.
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie. He's a great wrestler. So
absolutely.
What is your next opponent? Have they decided that yet or not?
So we have Stampede 31 coming up this Saturday in Jacksonville, Florida at Eagles View High School. We have a fun event. Starts off with a battle royal. The winner of that battle royal goes on to face off for the championship against the current champion Darian Drummond at the end of the night. So that is the plan. My plan is to win that battle royal and do double duty. I'm already on the card to go against Paul Roberts, a guy that I've faced a couple times. He thinks he's a rock star, and he also has a hell of a lot more confidence than he has brains. And he keeps calling me out. He keeps on trying and trying. So we're going to go at it one more time. And I'm hoping after I get the job done at the battle royal, I'll throw him out and to the trash out back and go on and face off for that championship and bring it home at the end of the night.
Nice. What's like one of your biggest rivals?
Mike Anthony for sure. He and my cousin are my biggest rivals. I've gone one-on-one with Mike enough times to where we know each other like the back of our hand.
Nice.
I've yet to get a victory on Mike because he's a sneaky little bastard. He likes doing things that he likes to catch me off guard. He understands that I get caught up sometimes. I have a temper on me, and sometimes it gets the best of me. And he's figured out how to take care of that. But our paths are going to cross again sometime down the road, and it's going to be my turn to get over on him and get that title off his shoulder and put it around my waist.
Nice. That would be epic. What's up, Cowboy John? What's up, Joker Nixon Wolf? What's up, people in my chat? What is up, Cowboy John? A legend in e-fetting, because we all do e-fetting. So,
Gotcha.
Make great characters on WWE 2K19, do our own windows. It's fantasy wrestling. Fantasy wrestling.
There you go.
If you guys got questions for Cole, Cowboy John, put them in the chat. You guys got questions, so put them in the chat. Oh yeah,
for sure. But yeah, man, it's every week, every show is a new opportunity, and the person that you see inside the ring is the same person that you get outside of the ring. I'm that same cat. I don't play a character. I'm not a different person once the bell rings. I'm one of the true professional wrestlers that what you see is what you get. I know that you guys had one of the other guys I share a locker room with. He's the same way, Miles Blackwell. He's a articulate dickhead. He's who he is, and I respect the guy for that. He's very straight, up front, blunt, and he'll kick you in the head.
That's legit. He does. He will legit get into the ring and beat your ass. Legit. That is legit.
Yeah, we got a pretty good, pretty solid locker room there at CCW.
Nice. I could tell by watching it. Yeah, you guys got a great locker room there. So. Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I followed a little bit. I was always into like the old school, ECW, that hardcore, slap them in the mouth, don't give a crap. At the end of the night,
that's basically my attitude. When I go into the ring, I go in there to get the job done. I do what I got to do. I get my bags and I leave for the next show. It's a no shit type of attitude.
Yeah, that's the way.
So Nixon puts trying to become a professional wrestler. What advice would you give him, Cole, if you want to?
Make sure you don't have your balls in a purse. It's not as easy as it looks. Your first day will humble you real quick, let alone the first week or first month. I'm always the type that, if there's something that you want to do, go out there and do it, but make sure you're prepared for it. Don't take this industry as a joke. You might see something on TV or go to a live event, think I can do that, and go in there and hurt yourself or somebody else. You want to make sure that you're mentally and physically ready for it. If find a wrestling school in your area, get to know them, and get in a ring as soon as possible. I can tell you what, it changed my life, and I wouldn't want it any other way. But I would be lying if I said I didn't run into adversity those first few months.
It is tough. The wrestling business, it's a hard sport. It's hard.
It is, because not everybody makes it to the pro levels.
Nope,
for sure.
Not everybody makes it to the top tiers, like the Undertakers, the Hulk Hogans, or whatnot.
Yeah, this is an industry where there's thousands of wrestlers out there with only dozens of opportunities available.
Yeah.
And you have to do a lot to get yourself out there and showcase and really do your part. And you got to make a booker want to sign you, and that's all on you.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. No, because since when I was living in Michigan, going to this company called Championship International Wrestling, where I met a lot of the good legends in the business. So, World War Hawk.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent that is coming in and out of those doors of this industry, either in the indies to WWE, AEW, WCW, NWA, AWA, WCC, whatever it might be. There's been a lot of legends that come through these doors, and my goal is to become one of those names.
That's everyone's goal. They want to get in the Hall of Fame, want their name there, and basically saying I'm the best. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, that's the plan.
College puts much respect to all pro wrestlers. Their bodies on the line for our entertainment. That is a true statement.
It is. They tell stories with their bodies. That's what they do.
It's definitely a unique industry that one thing you don't want to do is mess with a professional wrestler, because we do a lot of shit for a lot less than what others would. If last thing you want to do is get into a bar fight with a professional wrestler, because we beat the shit out of each other for little to no value when it comes to possessions, and we we have very little to lose.
That is true. So Boyle, if you want to try to go after a Buster Boyle, be prepared to get stomped.
Yeah,
that's true. Be prepared to get.
That's anybody. That'd be anybody. If you start with somebody out in the street, you're gonna get stomped. I mean, a professional wrestler beat the crap out of you. Don't give two fucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
So I was in that strike force, and that was they taught us how to hurt people, literally.
Yeah, and we try to hurt each other literally too, but it's not to the point where we're trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
I'm not going out there to maul my opponent, because we need to put on a show. If I come out there and I hit you with a right hook to start off the show, the rest of the match is screwed, because while you're seeing stars, I got to figure out how to not only beat you, but also make sure the crowd wants to come back for more. And I'll tell you what, one thing that pisses me off is whenever I buy a UFC pay-per-view and the main event's done in 20 seconds, it makes you not want to come back.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
I know. I have to. I string out my opponents and make sure I give not only put on a show, but I also make sure that I get the job done.
That's true. That's what's wrong with a lot of UFC main events. Sometimes or 8 seconds, 1 minute in, and someone's already lost.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's UFC for you.
Yep.
This is pro wrestling, so yeah. So Cole, if it was your dream, what would be your dream company to ever wrestle for if they ever sign you?
Any company that's going to put money in my pocket. I don't care what their acronym is. I don't care who is on their roster. Of course, there's the WWE's, AEW's, NWA, the Ring of Honor, Progress, MLW, whatever it might be. Any company that's willing to give me a chance and put money in my pocket and put me on television and let me show my skills and show the world what I'm made of. I would never single out one company over another, because there's tons of opportunity out there.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
So, CJ, what is the best way to get noticed? What's the best way to get noticed?
Put in the work. You're the only way to get noticed is to work your ass off. That's the only way that you can get noticed. You can't just knock on people's doors, hand out cards, and say, "Hey, look at me." You got to give them a reason. You got to get people talking, and where that all comes is putting in the work in the ring. If you put in the work, and that doesn't mean you have to do 720s off the top rope. That is just working your ass off and showing you got what it takes to bring in revenue, to beat some ass, and create entertainment. And that's the way you get noticed. You stand out. Eddie Kingston got noticed because he did a promo in the middle of a ring of an outdoor indie show in front of 20 people, if that. And he called out so many names, including Cody Rhodes, and ended up getting a phone call from Cody Rhodes. Now, that's not saying any indie wrestler can go out there and talk shit on Cody Rhodes. But Eddie's been around for years and years and years and years and years. So it's all about standing out. And that's one thing that he was able to do. And that's one thing I plan on doing. I would be lying to you if I said that I'm at a level now where I'm ready for an AEW tryout or WWE tryout. I would be cocky, and that would be blasphemous. But that's always the goal, and that's what I'm striving towards.
That's good. That's a great goal. It was a good goal to want to go to AEW. That's great goal.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Like they say, you got to start small before you go big.
Yeah,
That's true.
some people get away with having a last name or having a bloodline or something that gets them in the door without having
Yeah.
to put in the effort. And some of us are just average Joes off the street that like to beat the shit out of people and put it on a show
Mhm.
doing it. And that's what 99.9% of us are.
Yep. You just you do like house shows, like these indie shows, and like people like what Roman because of The Rock, because of his cousin that gets in the business.
Yeah,
That's
it's a little harder for us that don't have Maya Via as a bloodline. So
I know. No, but no, because I know their name's Tyler Black, even though someone's used that name in the Indies. That's people come at me. You're all set. Said no, that's my name. That's my birth name. So how am I?
yeah, you can't help your birth name. That's just one of those. That's just one of those things. You can't help that.
Nope. So CJ, when someone started out wrestling, where would they start, and what's your best advice for a rookie of the business?
You start at a wrestling school, a legitimate wrestling school, not just some guy that has a ring in his backyard. You don't go to somebody that has no experience in the business. You find a legitimate wrestling school. Yeah, it might not be 30 minutes down the road. You might have to drive a couple hours, but that comes down to how bad you want it. You start off at a legitimate wrestling school that's not only going to teach you how to work in the ring, but also out of the ring, how to make money in this. Because at the end of the day, this is a business. You don't put your ass on the line every single match just for the fun of it. You find the correct school, and the best advice for a rookie is, for one, stay the hell out of my way, and two, take your time and learn what you're supposed to do. Don't try to be a know-it-all because you're a fan or because you've watched something on television. I promise you, it's completely different than what you see on television. You might get an idea, but that's not going to get you prepared. And the best thing as a rookie in this business is be a sponge. Soak up all the correct knowledge as you should, and listen to your trainers. If you get a good school that is knowledgeable, you have no reason not to follow their direction, and also just to double down on it, stay the fuck out of my way.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. Don't get it cold. Don't get it Cole's way, or said you might get your ass kicked.
Simple as that.
You said, what is the best wrestling school you were in?
I would need to know where he's from. I mean, there's wrestling schools all over this. Oh, he's from Kentucky. Well, I know Dr. Tom Pritchard has a school out in Knoxville, I think it's Knoxville, Tennessee, or Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's somewhere out there in Tennessee. I don't know of any schools there in Kentucky myself. Not saying there isn't one, but I'm not familiar with any. But Dr. Tom Pritchard, one of the gurus of our industry, is just south of you, and that's always a place to look. And wrestling's not cheap either. Don't expect to get in somewhere and just walk into a ring. There's a lot that comes with it. And again, if I keep on saying it, make sure you're mentally and physically prepared, because there's no sense going in there beating the shit out of yourself and realize this isn't for me. So
I know Ricky Morton's school. I know his school.
Yeah.
He said Ricky Morton definitely be a good school.
Yeah, Ricky Morton, I mean, Rock and Roll Express alone, I could sit down and do a 30-hour seminar with him and stay awake and just soak in all that knowledge. So yeah, that's definitely that's somebody that made it in this business and continues to make it in this business. Anybody can show you how to bump correctly, or do a spot correctly, or even form a match correctly. But it comes down to somebody that can also teach you how to make money in this industry. And I see, I can actually see the chat too, if you don't mind here, Beast. I see Grinder Gaming Network saying, "What is this? This is an interview with Cole Bohannon, one of the stars of Continental Championship Wrestling." That's exactly what this is. And I appreciate you coming on here. And if you don't like what you see, you can turn the fucking channel. But I am a needle mover, so I would continue to sit here and listen to what I got to say. Thank you, Varian. I appreciate that. That's kind of cool that I can see this too. I kind of like this restream thing. This is actually pretty legit.
Yeah, they
it's
use it.
like StreamYard. It's like StreamYard. So
Yeah, I like it.
we got oh wait a minute. Living Vadaluca. Whatever that means.
Living La Vida Loca.
Living a crazy life.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We got a big fan, so we got a big fan of Cola. Yeah. CJ said, I would love to train to be a pro wrestler. What championships have you won in your career?
Well, I'm only a couple of years in. Your first year in is nothing but learning.
Yep.
Your second year in is establishing yourself and becoming progressive. I'm not after championships right now, other than what's about to happen at Stampede and that Battle Royal. I'm going straight for that championship that Darian Drummond's holding. That's a CCW heavyweight championship. But I didn't join CCW with the thought of, oh my God, I can't wait to be a champion. I went into CCW of, man, I'm ready to be a pro wrestler and beat the hell out of whoever is put in front of me. Championships come in time. I'm having too much fun, though, kicking ass and taking names. And when the belts get put on me, I'll just become a collector at that point. But championships will come. But for now, I'm mastering my craft. So when I do get those championship opportunities, I'm not having to try 4, 5, 6 times. I'm coming straight at them.
He's going to say, where's the footage at, dog?
Oh, so, yeah, you can look up CCW Wrestling, Continental Championship Wrestling, either one on YouTube. We have weekly episodic shows on there called Surge, SURGE, used to be Superstars of the Ring, as well as on Facebook, CCW Wrestling or Continental Championship Wrestling. Has the old school CCW logo from the 80s. That's where you can find all of our footage, as well as my Twitter at Bohannon38. I put everything up there as well, so you can follow me. You can follow my journey. I also sometimes, if you're in the area, we do free ticket giveaways. Once in a while, we'll do meet and greets. It all depends on what mood I'm in. To be honest with you.
Yep.
Cowboy John puts awesome attitude, Cole. He likes
and it's funny he mentions attitude. I live by a moniker that's turned into a brand in the last 2 years called CB Attitude. I always end off everything I got to say is I do things the only way I know how to do, and that's with CB Attitude. And what CB Attitude is marching at your own beat, at your own drum, doing things my way, because I am kind of that lone wolf. I'm that black sheep. I do things my way. I'm not a follower. And that's what CB Attitude is. You're not going to change my mind with some bullshit. I do things my way. If it ends up being wrong, it ends up being wrong. I end up learning the hard way. I don't know what it's like to do things the easy way. I never have my entire life, and I'm not going to start taking the easy road now. That's what CB Attitude is. Kicking ass, taking names, drinking beer. to be honest with you.
I love it.
Yep, Aaron loves it. DJ put, what's the best advice to give a Will during his time in wrestling school, and what gimmick would fix a person to meet his success in the wrestling business?
So, the best advice I can give someone, a rookie during his time in wrestling school, is learn. Learn. Take your time and learn. Do what your trainer's telling you to do. Be a sponge. And when it comes to gimmicks, the last thing you need to worry about is a gimmick. A gimmick comes once you have the knowledge of how to work a match. We get guys come in that already have gimmicks in their head. Oh, I'm this guy, I'm that guy, I'm going to do this. And I was one of those guys. And before you know it, by the time you're 6 months, a year in, you're not even the same gimmick that you were going to be. Your finisher might change 4 or 5 times before you even have an actual match. Last thing you need to worry about is a gimmick at first, but also, of course, you got to be creative. You got to think of something that if you have to put on a gimmick, if being yourself doesn't work, you got to think of something that's going to stand out. Thankfully, I don't have to be a gimmick. Cole Bohannon's Cole Bohannon. This is who I am in the ring. This is who I am at Publix. This is who I am at Walmart. This is who I am at the gas station. Anybody that works with me will vouch for me. Like, yeah, Cole Bohannon's a dick. But it's in a way that you're going to respect me because I come at you in a certain way where I respect you unless you give me a reason not to. And I expect the same thing.
I love it. This is up my alley. Honestly, I say I don't care. It don't matter what gimmick I am. I could be a face or a heel. It don't matter. It's the same attitude.
We don't live as much in a world anymore, faces, heels. There's protagonists and antagonists. They're shit starters and shit givers.
Yep.
And I'm somebody that I just mean at the beat of my own drum. You can come to a show and boo me. You can come to a show and cheer for me. I don't give a shit. I'm going in to get the job done, and I'm gonna get my paycheck and walk out.
So what does it play, a heel or a face for a Wookiee? Well, it really don't matter.
It's just be yourself. Not only challenge yourself, but every person's different. I could tell you right now, man. Oh yeah, have the crowd cheering for you. Oh, having everybody boo you. It's who you are. You find that naturally. Being a heel or a face isn't something that one's easier than the other. I know guys that just who they are and their personality. They can get a crowd behind them. And I know people like myself where I'm easily hated. And so I don't try to make people like me. I'm just who I am. You like me or not, but it just comes down to who you are. There's no textbook to
I already like the guy. He's a heel. I like it. I'm a heel. I'm a big heel.
Yeah, I'm more of an antagonist, I like to say.
Yeah, but I've always been a fan of the heels. I don't know. It's just maybe because I have no filter.
That's how I am. I like pissing people off.
Me too.
Yeah, for sure.
You both are the same. The people.
Like my motto used to be: cash checks, break necks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Basically. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
So,
I got a question for you. Who would be your all-time favorite person to wrestle, past or present?
I think with who I am, and just how I carry myself in the ring, and what would put on the best show. Right now, I would like to go again. Cody Rhodes would be a fun one, mainly because he is this guy that is just he's trying to be the all-American dream. No pun intended there, but he's not. And I'd love to punch him in his mouth and show him that. And if I were to go with a past wrestler, Eddie Guerrero, just because I know I would be able to learn so much from Eddie, his intensity and just how smooth he was remarkable. A Chris Benoit, just because I feel like he would teach me how to make a correct noose. As far as there's so many names, it's hard to list how many I wouldn't want. But yeah,
all right.
Chris Benoit is definitely up there. I feel like I could hang with him.
What about Rob Van Dam?
RVD's a hell of a guy. Our styles kind of they don't clash as much, but I feel like we would be able to put on a good show. I wouldn't mind doing something hardcore as well. Something like a Sandman where there's really no psychology in the match. It's just Sabu, where the psychology's not there. You're just going out there to beat the shit out of each other. I feel like one of those would be fun, but I like being able to tell a story. I like having people on the edge of their seat, which hardcore matches can do that, but I like for you to be able to follow the story that's being told.
Right. Which is awesome. That's awesome.
I've actually met one of the biggest hardcore icons in the business, Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mick's a good guy. I've met him a couple times.
He comes up to New Hampshire every summer and hangs out at Santa's Village because he's big into that whole Christmas thing. Yeah,
he's a very, very good guy.
Yeah. I met him a couple times.
CJ, how is contract agreed if it's a big promotion that gives you an opportunity? So,
I mean, you read your contract word by word, and you hire a lawyer to help you understand it. If you're not used to seeing professional contracts, you hire somebody that is, because you don't want to sign something that you don't fully understand.
Yeah.
That's the way contracts for anything is. I mean, if you're buying a car to signing a deal with a professional wrestling promotion, you want to understand what's expected of you, the terms, and go from there. Thankfully, in independent wrestling, there are no contracts because of the word of independent. You have the opportunity to do whatever the hell you want. Some companies out there would rather, have you stay with them where you kind of have a quote unquote home company. And that's how CCW is for me. That is kind of my home base, where you will find most of my action. But if I get a call from somebody else saying, hey, we need you to do this show, we'd love to have you, 100% I'm open for it. As long as the dollar signs make sense.
That's perfect. That is perfect. So where's that located in Florida, CCW?
Yeah, we're in Jacksonville, Florida, North Florida. We travel all throughout the state, as well as visiting or neighboring states, Alabama, Georgia, once in a while North Carolina. Um,
Jeez.
yeah, we have a hell of a roster. We have some really talented individuals that are on our roster that really kick some ass. And I'm happy to be there, and I'm going to start going through them one by one. You can watch my first match from Stampede of 2021, which was March 13th, 2021. I know that date top of my head, all the way to now, going to be January 22nd, 2022. And the evolution of Cole Bohannon is there. And I'm going to keep on evolving, keep on climbing up that ladder.
He said dream match against anyone. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Of wrestlers where it's still possible, a Cody Rhodes, because I also know he his freedom of doing of following your dreams. I kind of like the Cody Rhodes story of he was kind of being held down, and then he went out and did his own thing and became successful. And it's kind of in tribute of his father and all that. It's a good feel good story, and I would love to work with him one day if the paths ever cross.
I know Mustafa Ali asked for his release today from WWE, so yep.
Yeah, you'll get that. In the wrestling industry, it's there's always different ventures and different venues and different opportunities. And if you ever want to try another opportunity and your contract allows you to do so, and it's coming up, everybody has their own their own prerogative. And I wish him the best of luck anywhere he goes.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the end. It's just a little time away, and then it probably come back a few years down the road. You never know. Yeah,
WWE isn't the end all be all. Look at what Matt Cardona's doing. He's more relevant now than he was for 15 years and with WWE or however long he was with them. So
no, he won the ECW title, the GCW event in Detroit.
He's AEW's not for everybody. WWE's not for everybody. There's a lot out there. You find your niche, and then you make yourself comfortable there.
I mean, I like both companies, but I just think AEW has more leeway. They let you be more creative.
Yeah, every company's different.
Yep.
Yeah, so CJ said, do you have merch that you would sell if you had fans that would want to buy your merch? Yeah, it's on Pro Wrestling Tees, right?
Yeah. If you go to PWTs, Pro Wrestling Tees, you look up Cole Bohannon, there's two different shirt options on there for you right now. There's one that, they both have CB attitude. Those, my fans that do know me, and it's funny, he says, if I have fans, I do have fans. I promise you that, kid. Those who know me know I'm a big NASCAR fan as well. I love motorsports. I'm a car guy.
Yes.
So
you like me then.
There's a pretty cool shirt on there that looks like the NASCAR logo, and it's CB attitude. And I have that and my standard CB attitude. That's just like what is on my hat here. It's hard to see here, but it's very similar to that right there. So pick up a t-shirt. And here's the thing. If you pick up a t-shirt, there's something I do for those who pick up t-shirts. All right. So if you buy a t-shirt and you show me the confirmation, and then when it arrives, you shoot me a picture with you wearing it, Cole Bohannon will do a cameo for anybody that you want me to do one for and say whatever you want. So this could be a happy birthday or a shout out, or this could be a big fuck you to somebody that you want to tell to go fuck themselves. So
I know the perfect person.
All you got to do is buy a shirt. Buy a shirt.
I know the perfect people too.
You can.
Especially this one that needs its ass kicked.
Yep. All you got to do is buy a shirt, screenshot the confirmation showing that you purchased it, and when you get that shirt, either hold it up, wear it, whatever it might be. DMs are open. You follow me, shoot me a DM, show me what you got, and then we'll do a private little phone call, and then it's up to you if you want to make it public.
Whoa!
If that happens, bye to those losers.
Yeah, see, they do e-thing, and these kids have been bullying them for years and years and years. And we tell them we don't want to be part of it, and they keep bringing it up, and we just block them.
That's the best thing to do.
It is, and it's funny. I will tell you right off the top of the dome, I'm an asshole. I'll be the first one to tell it. I'm not someone that's going to hide it. I'll tell you exactly how I feel about you. But bullying's a whole different story when you're coming at somebody for a disability or something like that they can't
that's
help.
what they're doing.
Now if you're just a piece of shit of a person, that's a whole different story. You can control that. But when it comes to things that you cannot help, that's where I draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, PWTs, Cole Bohannon, just as it says here. They can see my my name. Yeah, just like that. You search that, and that's exactly how it is on Twitter. But 38 at the end, at Cole Bohannon 38. That's where you can follow me, and I'm always posting not only the matches, but my promos, where we're going to be, the free tickets, the merch, all different stuff. I'm always posting it up there, so everybody has an opportunity to see me in action as well as support me, and the support is greatly appreciated. That's why I'm putting my ass on the line, where I'm going to call your ex-girlfriend, let her know that you can't stand her child, whatever it might be, and it can even be anonymous. We've had some fun with this already in the past. Let's just say that.
I bet.
For sure.
Good entertainment, though.
Absolutely. For sure.
Yeah. That's my That's my basically the co-owner of the channel, which is Devin Brown. He's the same way. He has your type of attitude. Don't give a fuck.
Awesome. Yeah.
And he was actually in these. He was actually in the business. Actually doing it.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, you can come on in, Devin. Just click that link I sent in the chat. Yeah, you can come in, Devin. Yeah, he was in the business, so like I said, I love that attitude. Don't you, Aaron? You love that. He must step away. But, wait a minute. See, I like Cole already, Tyler. Let him for president. Oh!
The best way to get that vote is wear my T-shirt around and tell them Cole Bohannon for president.
Oh, we got to do a shirt. We got to do a shirt for that. Oh my God.
There you go.
That'd be fucking epic. Let's start.
For sure.
TJ, let's start it already. Vote for president. Do it.
There you go.
Let's get the campaign on. I love it. I love it, folks. Put down. You got any more questions? Put them down, folks.
For sure.
Oh yeah, put them down. Oh yeah. So let's see. I gotta think. Jeez, I gotta think more. Wow. So who's the biggest person you want to eliminate in that battle world? Who would be the number one person?
Well, everybody, to be honest with you, I'll get my hands on whoever the hell I can in that battle royal, to be honest with you. There's quite a few different names out there. I'd like to throw Mike Anthony over the top just because I feel like he deserves it. I get sick of seeing him, and I really don't care. And at the same time, they can all throw each other over, and I'll sit in the corner, smoke a cigar, and watch them make fools of themselves. I honestly don't care.
Just be outside the ring. Don't get in yet, and boom, don't get in yet. And
I'm gonna do my own thing. So it's I don't give a shit as long as I'm the last one standing. I'll eliminate every one of them or only one of them. I don't care. So, ladies and gentlemen,
we are joined by Devin Browski. We are joined. Go ahead, Devin. You have the floor.
Can't hear you, buddy. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh, you're mute, Devin. You are muted. You are muted, buddy.
So you're still muted, man.
You're muted. You got to unmute. See if I can do it. No, I can't even do it. Can't even do it. There's a mute. I know there's a mute button. You got to hit the unmute button. I put it in the. It's on his phone. It depends on the browser. the ONW office, CJ. It's in the ONW office. I just posted it in there. So. Nope, you're still muted. You're still muted, Devin. You're still muted. It's in the ONW office, CJ. Check that. It's that. He is. You are still muted.
Is your microphone plugged in? Let's start with the basics here. If we're going to work a little bit of customer service, let's make sure the microphone's plugged in.
No, it's on his phone. I don't think he has a phone. Yeah, he's on a cell phone. Nope, we still can't hear you, Kevin. We still can't. Okay, wait a minute. He is. Yeah, he's still. Yeah.
I know. See, I've never used it on the phone, so I wouldn't know. I've always used it on a PC.
Yeah. Yeah, I use this on PC.
While we wait, remember to check out Pro Wrestling Tees, Cole Bohannon. Grab yourself a T-shirt. I believe you guys had Miles Blackwell on here as well. He has some T-shirts on there too.
Yes, he does.
That bastard, man. He came all the way here from across the pond, legit from England, just to wrestle for Continental Championship Wrestling. I give that bloke a lot of credit, mate. Or is that what the fuck they say over there? Whatever it is.
Yeah, mate. Hello, Mike.
Something like that.
Hello,
or is that
Mike.
Australia? I don't know.
Yeah, Australian.
But yeah, definitely check out. I know he's got some shirts on there too. He has a few more designs than I have. He has some good shit over there. But yeah, check out that Cole Bohannon shirt. Especially if you're a NASCAR fan, you're a race fan, you definitely got to grab that the NASCAR style one.
Oh, definitely. I've always been a big fan of NASCAR. I'm a big Richard Petty fan.
Gotcha.
This is the one that's been asking the questions.
Okay, I'm here.
CJ.
Okay, there we go. All right. Now, very nice.
Can we hear you, Devin? No, we still can't hear Devin. We still can't hear him.
He may need to get like a gaming headset. That's what I'm using for mine. I'm using a phone and gaming headset. You may have to do that.
You have to get your headset, Devin. You might have to get your place. Yeah. You might have to get your PlayStation headset.
Is Devin the ex-indie wrestler?
Yes, he is.
Oh, I see why he's an ex-indie wrestler. If you can't figure out your damn microphone, I doubt you can figure out a suplex.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, look at his face. Look at Devin's face. Oh, shit.
Well, we better be glad this ain't the E-Fed world, because Devin Broski be choke slamming somebody through an announce table.
Man, I'm telling you.
Wouldn't have to worry about the announcers. Their microphones probably don't work.
Unless you could be like JBL and use the big bullhorn.
Bullhorn.
Yeah, I mean.
Yep. And plus, we got football too. So, we got playoffs. Even though my team's not in it, the Lions.
Mine either. my Ravens played like crap this year. Well, the last six games they did, they were good in the beginning, and then.
Oh, CJ, you put down slogan kicking ass again. He said that slogan kicking ass again.
Yep.
Ooh. What do you think of that, Cole?
I like it. Yeah. Oh yeah. It sucks that our company is like rated G, but it works.
Yeah, because the indies, they have a lot of kids that go and
we're very kid family friendly.
Yeah. So no chairs across the head or nothing like that.
Right.
Hey.
Wait a minute. I'll just put that in.
Sounds good.
Look, you got anything more, CJ? I know you want to know more about the business.
I'm trying to think, because I took all the information in that he told me. I'm trying to think of some more.
Yeah, because CJ he's really passionate passionate of getting into the business. So really,
It's something that it's not something you just try out. We get a lot of people that come in for a couple weeks, few weeks, and they leave because they don't have it. You know, it will make you question how much you want something for sure.
I talked to, I don't know if you know him, Cole, Kyle Maggard over Appalachian Mountain Wrestling.
It sounds familiar.
He told me, he said, before you get in it, I'm going to give you advice that I'm not going to give other rookies. He said, it's not what you think.
Yeah.
It's exactly what he told me. He said, it's not what you think. You think you're knowing everything now. It's not what you think. There's a lot of things you got to be on lookout for.
Yeah, it's much different than what you would think it is, for sure.
And especially Broski told me over here, he told me there's a lot of things you got to look for, like, you know, if a fan coming out of the crowd and they get hurt, like they come to the ring and attack, you know, either you or that other guy, you got to protect the other guy, even though that you're trying to wrestle the other guy, you try to protect him because if that fan breaks the barricade, he could, you know, end up hurting you or that other wrestler.
Yeah, for sure. However, that those chances are slim to none. Getting into wrestling, that's the last thing you're honestly worried about. You're worried about making sure the person that you're working with is safe. You're doing things safely. You're doing it correctly. You're telling a story, and you know, you're a good professional wrestler. Stuff like that. It's 1 in 10,000 of a chance, I would say. I'm not going to say it never happens because, of course, it does, but it's not as common as one may think. So it's that's I wouldn't even worry about that, to be honest with you, until you're having steady matches. That should be the last thing you worry about. You worry about getting your form down, doing moves correctly, telling that story, doing things properly. I wouldn't worry about that stuff until it's time.
So another thing I was going to tell you guys, that when I was doing the show for Kyle Maggard, he put me as a security guard. And the thing is, like, they wouldn't tell me what their storylines was. They would let me, you know, watch out. You know, they always told me right before they started the show, because they had it on YouTube and news channel local WYMT. They always told me, they said, make sure you watch the crowd and also make sure nobody's actually going to get up. And if they do, you have to be the first person to go and stop them or use force to get them out of that ring whatsoever.
Yeah. It you know, security guards are security guard jobs. You know, that's your job as a security guard, no matter what, is just protect what you're supposed to protect. I let the security guys do their job, and I do my job in the ring.
Because I've been to wrestling shows where the security guards, like you was talking about, they would. I think it was like AWA. It was one of the AWA shows that was branched off in Tennessee or maybe even Kentucky. I think it was towards like Paducah, going towards Indiana borders, somewhere around there. And one of the main guys right before the show, he told his security guard, because I was sitting there listening with one of my buddies, he told him that tonight you're going to be taking, like, one of the wrestlers is going to throw you out of the ring, and we need you to, like, hold your back.
Yeah.
To where, you know, you're taking, you know, that move, like, you know, he really hurt your back. You're basically selling out to it.
Yeah, it's you know, security guards, you know, you got a job to do, for sure.
Wow. You do. When they tell you gotta sell out, you gotta sell the move.
Yeah, I did, you know, with all due respect, security guards do their shit. I do what I do in the ring. I don't ask what security guards are doing. My music hits, I go out there. I march at my own drum. I do what I have to do. If it pisses off the booker in the back, I put up with it and do what I have to do, get my check and move on to the next show. But, you know, I don't even notice half the shit that's happening out there. You know, I'll mess with the crowd a little bit and do what I have to do. If someone were stupid enough to run in, then, you know, they pay that consequence. I almost want the security guards to let them run in just so I can have some fun. But unfortunately, they're paid to stop them. So
we call up our buddy Mario. He would.
You know, you would. You built that barricade.
Yeah, he told. Yeah, let's not get into that, because if I was security guard, I would feel sorry because I have to fight my own best friend there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But, you know, it happens. I mean, look at the Bret Hart situation when he was at the Hall of Fame and that fan jumped in.
Yeah.
I I mean, it's not as rare. It's not as I'm not saying it never happens, but it's slim to none, like Cole said.
Yeah.
Because security are already all over it.
Yeah.
That is true. Who is your favorite NASCAR driver? So, who is your favorite NASCAR driver, Cole?
I grew up an Earnhardt fan. My entire life, I was always an Earnhardt fan, senior, junior, whatever it may be. Now I'm more of a casual watcher, mainly because it's hard for me to catch races like I used to. I only live an hour and 15 minutes from Daytona, so anything that's happening down in Daytona, I'm typically down there, and having some fun down there, going to races that are nearby when I don't have matches that prior day or whatever it might be happening. But yeah, now I'm more casual. I watch for the full thrill of it. I like Larson. I like Harvick. I like a lot of the Chevrolet drivers as well. I just all together I like going fast. Every car that I own now is it's a car that goes fast, and any chance I get to be at a race, it's always fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing, folks.
Yeah, I know y'all know, but Jeff actually, the baby brother Earnhardt's actually coming up. Jeffrey.
Yeah, brother. Yep, the baby brother of Earnhardt. So, I think you got something more, don't you?
There was something I was going to say, and I forgot about because Aaron was talking. I didn't want to interrupt him. But going back to the security guard job, like there was one part that I was watching the wrestling show, and you probably know this wrestler, Larry D.
Mm-hmm.
He was at one of the shows, and I remember when him and somebody else would be in a match, and I think at the time the booker or the promoter had him as a heel. He basically came out with, I think, a crown, gave it to this one guy, and this one guy was a heel, like a purple thing. It had a cross on it. He's kind of more like a priest or a preacher for his gimmick. And he would hit the baby face in the face with the crown while the referee was, distracted by Larry D. And then after Larry D, got the ref focused on him and not what was happening but the background, then I saw one of the fans get mad because their favorite babyface was getting attacked. I saw one of the fans actually getting, like hostile, and next thing I know, I saw one of the security guards go over like, "Sir, we need you to calm down," because I was sitting like here, I was sitting, and the guy was sitting right next to me, so I got to experience that. I'm like, "Dude, you're going to get your ass kicked if you even try to go in there," and that's what I told him.
Fans get crazy for sure.
Yeah, they do. I'm a professional DJ, so I know a little bit about that.
Yeah, fans can definitely get crazy.
Yeah, they
can.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we still love our fans. If it wasn't for our fans, we wouldn't be doing what we do.
For sure. If you're a fan going to an event, an indie event, or a WWE, AEW event, you have to, you obey the guidelines and you respect them. If you decide to, disrespect them, there's consequences, just like anything else in life. They come with consequences. So.
Yeah, it's true. That's definitely true. There is consequences, especially when that one fan attacked Seth Rollins. What was it, like over a month ago? Something like that?
Yeah. That dude, like, I know that he thought Seth Rollins was somebody else. He should have got another glimpse at him before he had that reaction, because I think what I read in the article, I think it was either Wrestling Report or Bleachers Report, that dude is banned lifetime from WWE. That means he can't even go to WWE shows now.
Yep.
There's consequences with everything.
Yeah, you don't just jump on a wrestler. More likely, if it was me and I was the wrestler, I'd beat the crap out of you. Grab me, and I don't know you.
Well, speaking about WWE, I've watched videos where I'm doing the security guard for this company. I watched videos where the fan actually got out. I think it was their Triple H and Stone Cold's match, and Triple H went after that fan and basically tackled him to the ground and basically body slammed him, and it took like maybe 10 or 20 security guards just to get Triple H off of him.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's true.
For sure.
And Triple H is my favorite. Don't get me wrong. He always will be my favorite in WWE. The Cerebral Assassin.
He's from my home.
Sledgehammer King.
He's from my state of New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yep, got your dues. That is true.
Yeah, and that's what the indies are all about, is paying your dues. And it's a fun experience. It's everything from, riding hours upon hours on the road with some of your closest brothers, to setting up and tearing down and handing out flyers and selling your merchandise. There's a lot that comes to it.
Yep.
And there's some that don't like doing it, and there's some that do, and those who pay their dues end up respecting the business a bit more than maybe some that didn't pay their dues. But that is what it is. I enjoy what I do, and I'm gonna keep on doing it. January 22nd here in Jacksonville, Florida, we got Stampede 31. It's gonna be a hell of a show. I'm looking forward to it, and doing things the only way I know how to do, and that's CB Attitude.
Will they actually upload that show to YouTube, or do they do it on a streaming platform besides that?
It's on YouTube. We don't upload it all at once. It's usually a couple matches each week from the show that we'll upload. So that show is drawn out for a good 4 weeks. So you're not sitting there, sitting there for 2 hours watching a show on YouTube. You get to watch a couple matches each week, and it feeds the appetite.
Definitely.
That is true. It's scripted. It happened. It's okay. But if it's not, then that's a problem. If it's scripted.
And here's what I don't understand about this. Like, I know every company's got their different types of stuff. Like, why don't WWE just, instead of doing the scripted stuff, they go back to unscripted, kind of like ECW? That would actually be better. Bringing the old Attitude Era plus that back.
Everybody does stuff their way, man. Everybody does stuff their own way. I right now I'm not worried about WWE, worried about AEW. I'm worried about doing what I got to do to get up through the rankings and enjoy CCW and working shows for Dory Funk, which I've done, working shows for other promotions and organizations, getting my name out there, and wherever it goes, it goes. I got the awesome opportunity, and I got the awesome opportunity in I think it was November.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I think Tyler's internet's acting up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I call it the McDonald's internet is what I call it.
I used to have internet like that. It was bad.
Yeah, that's what I call my internet when it does that, the McDonald's internet.
But you ain't loving it, though.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to get in on y'all's conversation, but it's wrestling related, if y'all don't mind.
Well, we're talking to an indie wrestler.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Yep.
What's going on?
Hey, it's good. Okay. Yeah, I heard you was talking about like the Attitude Era in the WWE. I'm just going to say this as a fan of wrestling in general. I don't think we're ever going to see something even close to the Attitude Era again, ever again. That was only a one-time, lifetime thing, and it's not going to happen.
You take the guys, like you said, the Attitude Era, like Stone Cold, Bret Hart, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, guys like that created the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
They paved the doors for guys like, Colt Cabana and the other talent that is in wrestling, so they could end up in a shot at WWE or AEW or.
I mean, look at today's wrestling product compared to what it was like maybe 10 15, heck, 20 years ago. Compared to what it was back then, I'm going to say now, like the main brands now have just lost a lot of steam. Because I can remember like Monday nights too. Monday Night Raw is coming on, and you have to catch. But now it's like, like it's almost the same song and dance almost.
Shout out to the boss man as well. You said you hope to meet me someday soon, man. If you ever find yourself in Jacksonville, Florida, or this area, or you can go to my Twitter, man, I can't get the words out. My Twitter, Cole Bohannon 38. I'm always posting the next show that I'm going to be at, where you can meet me, where you can find me.
Where are you going to be next?
January 22nd. I'm here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Nice,
we're at the Eagles View High School, and then I'll be in Ocala, Florida. I believe we're going to have a show in Waycross or Blackshear, Georgia. Be up around that way. Palaca, Florida.
Man, I'd love to see y'all
for.
come down to Lexington, Kentucky one day, man.
Yeah, we're make them the rounds. The more I'm out there, the more I get exposed. The more bookers see what I have on Continental Championship
See some
Wrestling.
potential.
Yeah, we have some
Cool.
fun.
Okay,
So, I got a question for you there.
What's up?
Where do you see the state of the wrestling business as a whole now? Where do you see it going from here?
I love it.
Do you
I
see
absolutely
indie
love where it's at.
wrestling get? All right. Do you see indie wrestling getting the praise that it needs?
Never will. But
Yeah.
Well,
however,
that's the problem. It never will.
It never will in the mainstream, but it does inside indie wrestling. Indie wrestling is kind of like a community all within its own, and we hold strong with that. You'll never hear
more pleasure out of indie wrestling than I do the main brand. I really do.
Yeah. You won't get that same love from larger promotions because they're worried about their own promotion in the indie level.
Does Vince McMahon sound familiar? Does Vince McMahon sound familiar? All he wants is to pat his stinking pockets. He could give a crap what us fans want anymore. Oh, you want this? No, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to give you this.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to force it down your throat.
Yeah.
So let him know if you guys go to Cookville, Tennessee.
For sure. Absolutely. Again, give me a follow on Twitter. Make sure you do so. I'll be able to reach out and let you know. It's Cole Bohannon 38.
I'll give you a follow on that.
Yep, and I believe the pinned tweet is the pro wrestling tees. So anybody that wants to grab a T-shirt, they're only $20 and they're supporting a good cause, which is me. And it's
there you go. Yeah.
It's supporting going out there.
You got to get yourself out there in the public, man.
Yep. And again, I don't know if you heard it, Mr. Black, but or Credence as well, is anybody that buys a T-shirt, I give them a free cameo. It's either to them, to a loved one, and it doesn't have to be positive. You got an ex-wife, you want me to tell your ex-wife that she's an ugly bitch? I'll call and tell your ex-wife she's an ugly bitch. I just have to see that,
Hey, if that happens, could you call my ex a troll that lives under a bridge, please?
First, absolutely. Buy a T-shirt. Show me that you bought that T-shirt and take a picture wearing it or holding it up. We'll get that done. We'll record it if you want to as well.
All right, where do I go to do that again? Where can I find that?
ProWrestlingTees.com, and you search Cole Bohannon, just as it says on here.
I got you. How come your name sounds so familiar? Oh my gosh, your name in the Indies sounds so familiar, though, bro.
I'm doing everything I can to get out there, so you never know.
Man. So, how long you been in the indie scene? How long you been doing it?
About 2 years now.
You loving it?
I am. I'm getting out there. I'm doing a lot of cool stuff. First years.
I was looking at one time until finances just hit me like a ton of bricks. Yeah. But where I'm from, the main big like wrestling school in my state of Kentucky is OVW.
Yeah, I know OVW. Yep.
Oh yeah, Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Yep.
Went in there like, yeah, let's see what this. Oh, them was some big corn-fed boys, man. Holy crap! So I would hate to get a running knee shot or clothesline from one of these boys. Even one of their smaller dudes was taller and bigger than me. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but what would your number one thing be for somebody like me that would want to get into the business?
I was telling someone earlier.
Wisdom.
Yeah, you finding a reputable school that will teach you not only how to do moves and how to set up matches, but also how to make money. And you finding a reputable school, making sure that you're physically and mentally ready for this industry, because you don't want to waste your time or your money or a school's time and showing up for a couple weeks, realizing this isn't for me. And then you've wasted a lot of people's time. That's my number. That's honestly my number one thing is my number one advice would just be make sure you're ready for it. Because it's not for the faint of heart. This isn't football. This isn't MMA. This isn't basketball. The cardio for this is completely different than any other sport out there. So
I can tell you that. And I did MMA.
Yeah,
I've seen some boys. Different. Yeah, and then you can tell who's got the fire and who's just a bunch of hot water. You know what I mean?
Yep, we get a lot of people that come through.
I've seen people hit the ropes and within 2-3 minutes they're already gassed.
Yeah, it takes time.
To do this full time?
Yeah, this is Michael. He's got a question for you, Cole. I'm talking to him on the phone.
Sure.
Oh, go ahead, Michael. Ask him.
Are you making enough money doing this full time to do this full time on the indies?
There's no money in the indies. You're not in the independent wrestling community to make
That's weird.
you're not in there because of the money. You're in there to get your name out there and get signed by a promotion that's going to pay you that money.
And you're in there for the love of the business too.
You're in there to get your name out there for the experience and for the community. Anybody that says they're in the independents that has never been a legend, I'm not talking about these legends and these guys who have made their money and now is booking, $4,000 per show. I'm talking about cats like myself that are coming up. If you're able to make it on an indie income, you need to move out of the plastic bag that you're living in under whatever bridge you're under, because I'll be the first to tell you, you're not making thousands and thousands of dollars in the indies. You're here to bust your ass and pay your dues. And I see you there in the chat. It's just as my name is here, Cole Bohannon, and then 38, and then of course the @, no space in between Cole Bohannon. It's Cole Bohannon 38.
Yeah, Cole Bohannon.
There's no money. You don't make money like that in the indies. The indies definitely isn't for money. It's to get your name out.
Do you see yourself ending up in AEW or the WWE later on?
It's always the goal. That is the goal. Could I see myself there? Absolutely. And I'm going to bust my ass until the last breath is in my body to get to that point. It's a tough road. I would be lying to you like, oh yeah, I'll be there. I'd be lying straight to your face, because I'm in line to get in there along with thousands of independent wrestlers throughout the country and beyond the country. You got to find ways to make yourself really stand out. And I said that prior, that you find ways to do that. And thankfully I'm still young in this industry and learning ways to do that and finding ways to make myself stand out, such as doing podcasts, such as selling my merchandise, and having, the person in the ring that you see might be different than the person that you see at other indie shows. And that's just not saying I'm coming out with colorful bullshit or I'm doing 720s off the top rope. I'm somebody that you can relate to, because I'm that guy that just doesn't give a shit. I might be that neighbor that you have, like, man, I can't stand that son of a bitch because he always seems like he has an attitude. Well, at the end of the day, that ends up being me, because that's just who I am. I'm strictly business.
That's the vigilante, the lone wolf.
Yeah, it's strictly business here.
Yep, that's true.
With that being said, guys, I do have a gym appointment here at 8 that I got to get ready for. So I do appreciate you guys having me on. It's definitely appreciated. Definitely, like I said,
support you, Cole. And I can't wait to see you do your thing and whoop some ass and cash some checks.
Yeah, man.
And hopefully you win that championship.
Yeah,
the main thing.
It's appreciated. Make sure to follow me there at Cole Bohannon 38 on Twitter, as well as hit up that PWTs, man. I'm willing to make a fool of myself for you folks just for an extra $20. So
I'm buying a t-shirt.
I'm definitely buying it.
All right. Well, you better show me the proof of that. We'll have some fun with it.
Oh, we will.
All right.
You're welcome.
Sounds good, guys. You have a wonderful night.
You too.
You too.
Guys.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Go on. We're talking about this Mustafa Ali has to get released from WWE.
Did he? Thought he was still going with him.
Right now, it's not the best time for me doing a podcast. I'm really in a pissed mood.
Oh, Dallas is losing. I know, buddy. I know.
Ha ha! Cowgirls be gone.
They have played like pussies today. They really have.
Why, Michael? No, look, actually, Michael, I'm going to show you this. I'm wearing my Lions jersey. See? I'm wearing my Jared Goff. So, yeah. I'm wearing my Jared Goff jersey. So, yeah.
Yeah, they got 8 minutes to go, down 23-17.
Oh, wait, yeah. There's actually, we had these haters in the chat. CJ, we had Mr. Johnny Farmer. He said, "What the fuck?"
Did he say that?
This is ONW, and if you guys don't like it, then basically you can kiss our asses.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, Grinder, Grinch Gaming comes in and say, "What is this?" He comes in there, "What is this?" He said,
"Yeah." Then Cole won almost. I thought Cole was going to go off on him.
Oh, he fought off on him.
Oh, dude. I was sitting there trying to drink pop. Next thing I know, I'm like, oh, shit, hell's breaking loose. I got to get on this damn shit.
Told him. He said, where's the footage, big dog? And Kobe had fucking let him have it. Like I said, you chose come out in here, and we have Cole.
Well, here's the problem. Well, I don't mean to interrupt you, Tyler. You can go ahead. But here's the problem. When you decide to attack a wrestler and say, where's the footage, and be a smart ass, expect a smart comment. That should give you some knowledge there.
Talk shit, get hit. Remember them words.
Some luck on the Titans. The Titans. There we go. The Titans.
All right. We'll have to see what they do, Devin. That's next weekend, though.
That's next week.
We got one more game, though. We got a Steelers-Chiefs game.
I like what Devin said. Ain't that the truth? We're doing it because we love doing it and not to hold our handouts respecting the business. That's true. That is the truth.
All right. Tyler, I'll meet you over on Facebook. I got some stuff to do.
I'm going to put my Justice is Lethal thing on here before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There it is. Justice Lethal.
We're pretty much good on that. But this, much respect to Cody Rhodes, and I will be buying your merch. Also, for the ONW channel, I want to make something great. I've also got to talk to a wrestler in my neck of the woods. He will probably be here. So me and Tyler will probably have to do a podcast on the channel because I'm doing the Violent podcast. And I'm going to sit down. Me and Tyler is going to interview this wrestler if he decides to do it. And he's one of the guys actually going to be training me for his company. So going to be fun. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
But like I said, much respect to Cole Cabana for giving me the advice, and I appreciate it, and I will take it deep down and try to be humble with that advice. And that's all I got to say. So would you let Tyler have the rest of it on this podcast?
That's right. That's right. You got anything else to say, Michael? I know you're mad about the Cowboys, but yeah, because Cole gave a lot about the business, a lot, and he's years old, so he's my age group of 31. I'm 30, so yeah, he's an age. Which you could go to their channel. It's called Continental Championship on YouTube, and they have it on Facebook. So,
well, Tyler, next time you wrestle more stuff on my questions, and the Cowboys will be off. And
that's fine. No, like I said, there's going to be more wrestlers we interview, Michael. Don't worry. We're just getting to the big time, buddy. I'm telling you. We're getting to the big time.
Well, I'm all in for this, but today I'm just not in a good mood, man. I'm seeing your asses getting handed to them.
Man, I know. It happens. I didn't do the season recap of the Lions on the Lions podcast yet. I haven't done that, so I gotta get to that. Last night, I did the debut of my Mountain Monsters type podcast. Fear the Monster podcast. When I actually had a spiritual guy come on, medium, what teaches about everything spirit, talks to the dead people. So yeah, that was interesting. So you haters, what you haters are nothing but negative energy. You're negative. That's why you have negative energy, because you're hateful. If you stop being hateful towards us, you will have better energy. You will be a better person in life instead of being a hater.
I'm hating today. I'm hating on the Cowboys.
I know. It sucks. Like I said, if you want to be negative, you'll always be a negative person. So, like I said, I've been alive 7 different lives, 27 lives. Yeah, this is my 27th being alive. Yeah, I found that out last night. The Daniel Jackson. So, yeah. Let me tell you everything. How many times you've been born, or how many times you were dead and came back alive. So yeah. So there you go. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll be doing this again tomorrow night for the Raw recap. Oh yeah, Raw recap after Raw tomorrow night on podcast.
And I'll be on here with Tyler, the Raw recap.
Right.
I'll be watching it.
Right. I told you folks. That's right. I got Michael. I got my co-host Iceman 3000, the Titan Chief of E-Fetty, the Titan Chief. Yeah, the Titan Chief. And we're gonna go down deep on Raw all night. We're gonna go down deep and give you my true opinions about the show. I know Michael's gonna give his true feelings about the show, and I know Iceman's gonna do the same. So, oh yeah. So thanks everyone for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to ONW Southern Hardcore YouTube channel. Turn on the bell for all notifications. And like I said, I got a freaking pay-per-view. I got an E-Fed pay-per-view I got to do tonight. So tune in a little bit for radio pay-per-view on ONW Extreme Violence Wrestling. You want to stream? You can stream from the place of hardcore Ethan. That is ONW. Oh, yeah. We are the place of hardcore Ethan. We're the place of hardcore Ethan. If you don't like it, fuck off. Don't watch us. Go behind me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You can like me. You can hate my guts. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, you will respect me. You will respect what I've done in the E-Fed business. I've done more than most of you jackasses out there. I've done more than some of you jackasses in that toxic call community. I'll call you all jackasses because most of you are. Most of you are jackasses in that community because all you do is bully and threaten people out of character, don't know how to stay in character. You got to attack people out of character. Like I said, if you want to do that, the E-Fetting's not for you. Get the fuck out of E-Fetting. You don't like it? Oh well. I'm telling you the God honest truth. Go fuck yourself. If you don't like it, fucking door. Get the fuck out of E-Fetting. You don't like it? Oh well. Oh well. The truth hurts, don't it? The truth hurts, haters, don't it? It hurts. Ain't that right, Michael? If the haters don't like it, they don't like the truth. Oh well. Fuck off. I like AKA Beast Black. And like I said, Beast Black's back in the business. And I don't give a fuck if any of you haters like it or not. Because Beast Black is back. And fuck you, Wiki Armstrong, because you will never, you might have blacklisted me, Beast Black, but guess what? Go fuck yourself. Nice night, folks, and deuces.